guys, Live for Love TV. I want you to like, share and subscribe. Big up yourself.
Like, share and subscribe to Live for Love TV. Straight.
Hey, welcome back to Live for Love TV. Today is the 27th day, the second month, the 22nd year inside the 21st century. Hope everyone's doing well out there. For those first time viewers of Live for Love TV, welcome. And for those who are returning, thanks for coming back. Today we're going to talk to some of my religious listeners and people who come from a religious background like I do. It could be any religion, because what I'm about to say really goes through all of the religions, really. And so the word today, the four-letter word today, it's not a bad one, hopefully, to you. It's a L-U-S-T. It's lust. Now, lust, if you look in religious texts, or even if you look in the everyday Oxford Dictionary or on Wikipedia, is described as intense sexual desire, unbridled intense sexual desire, burning desire. And it's scorned upon in religious circles. You have people such as the nuns who have sworn to celibacy, such as the Pope and other people, because of this lust. You have monks in China who are also sworn to a version of celibacy. And so all the way through the Old Testament and through scriptures, you'll see, and other religious texts, you'll see this thing, lust, and how bad it is. Now, my simple question today to everyone, secular or religious, is how bad is it? Is it really that bad? I mean, what exactly are we talking about when we talk about L-U-S-T? People who disagree with the fact that I'm even asking this question will say, oh, you need to be in love first. But the question then with the 7.2 billion people on the planet is how many people, including the people watching this video right now, would exist without L-U-S-T? Would you even be alive? How many people could honestly say that the people came before them, all the people that came before them were L-O-U-V-E, were in love before they brought forth any life? I don't think there'd be much people on the planet. Just think about it. When you consider what lust is, it's an intense sexual desire. Now, people who've had relationships with their partners, they actually want their partner to have an intense sexual desire for them. Men want women to have that for them, and women want men to have that for them. So we've got a problem right there. But then people are going to say, no, but it's got to be done in a loving environment. Well, if you love someone and you've had children with them, or if you love someone and you've had a relationship with them, and then somewhere along the line your relationship breaks down, how does that happen if it wasn't lust? Love doesn't break down. That's the reason why there's, old time, sayings that if you're married, you've got to stay married for the rest of your life. Because if you're in love with that person, the love doesn't disappear. We know lust can come and go, but love apparently doesn't disappear. So if you're not in a relationship with someone who you have been in with before, then that relationship, I would suggest, or it's suggesting, is a lust relationship. Maybe the children you have from that relationship, you're not in it with the person anymore. Would that be a lust relationship? You have to ask yourself that question. And then the question then goes is, if lust is so bad, how many of us have actually experienced this, what people are calling love without lust? Love without lust. Not lust, but love without lust. How many of us have experienced it? It's a big question for people, even secular people, and definitely from religious people. Lust is something that people seem to all think they know what it is, and almost pretend that, well, I'm not really affected by it, but I'm going about my business. It doesn't wash really. When you think about it, it's something that's really unexplained. It's just sort of put out there in scripture that this is a lustful relationship. That's a lustful relationship. Whereas you can see within Catholic religion and within Chinese monks and religion, they so don't know how to have a relationship without lust. They have no relationship whatsoever. No relationship whatsoever. And even in scripture, we have told that people become Christians to be Christ-like, had no physical relationship whatsoever. This is what we're led to believe, or we're told. If you ask any Christian, they say, no, he had no physical relationship. So he had no lust. Is that what it's meant for all of us? And how many of us would be on the planet if that was the case? Would there be 100 of us? Would there be 1,000 of us? There certainly wouldn't be billions or even millions from that description. It seems like all the people who have mastered the lust argument are the people who don't have any relationship whatsoever with a partner. That's a very strange one to me. It's a very strange one for anybody with a rational mind or what do you call common sense mind. How does that work? So the conversation about lust, you can have it put it in the comments if you seem to know more about it than I do. But when you really open it up and question it, and you can't have it all ways. You can't say, oh, I know that all the relationships I had were loving relationships. They just broke down. The whole argument is that loving relationships do not break down. That is really the argument. Loving relationships don't break down. And strong sexual desires do break down. And if you're currently watching this and you've got children from a strong sexual desire, which I think, what does that make you? How do you feel about that? Do you feel like you're a sinner or sinful to have had those children? Do you feel like you're a sinner because you were born of that maybe lustful relationship, as the old scripture tells us? We're all born in sin and shaped in iniquity. Is that because we're all born of lust? It's a difficult question to answer. Maybe something that people have never really thought about. But maybe we need to start having these kind of conversations. Don't be too afraid of them. We're in a modern era now, modern age, where we have all sorts of media now, and the churches and the synagogues and the mosques, they cannot control the narrative anymore. People can speak freely and have their own discussions on the things and say, are these things really as bad as they say? Is lust really one of the 7 deadly sins? The answer's over to you. Live for Love TV.
People.